And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents Cinderella, based on the story of Cinderella. Once upon a time, there lived a young girl named Cinderella. Cinderella had 3 ugly, mean stepsisters named Olive, Nina, and Esme. Olive, Nina, and Esme made Cinderella do all the chores. "Sweep the floors, wash the dishes," said Olive, Nina, and Esme. One day, the king of Onlyville's messenger said, hear ye, the king of Onlyville is going to throw a ball. And whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Singling. But Cinderella is not welcome. Her stepsisters are. Olive said, he's going to marry me. Nina said, no way, Olive. He's going to marry me. Esme said, both of you are wrong. He's going to marry me. Later, Cinderella is so sad that she cannot go to the ball and marry Prince Singling. Suddenly, her fairy godmother arrives and asks Cinderella what is wrong. Why are you crying, Cinderella? She asks. Cinderella responds, I wanted her to go to the ball and marry Prince Singling, but I'm not welcome. The fairy godmother waved her wand and chanted the magic word, Winnity, Waterity, one! And then, Cinderella's chores are all done. But the fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, Cinderella, go fetch me a good old pumpkin. Luckily, Cinderella has one pumpkin. The fairy godmother waved her magic wand and chanted the magic word, Winnity, Waterity, one! Again, and to turn Cinderella's do-rag and clothes into a gown. I've never seen such a wonderful gown. I get a load of my glass slippers, and then the pumpkin into a carriage drawn by 2 strong horses. The fairy godmother said, have fun, Cinderella, but I will warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken. Cinderella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Singling was wondering who he should marry. Olive, Nina, and Esme said all together, he's walking towards me. But he's not walking towards any of them. He's walking towards Cinderella. Cinderella and Prince Singling dance happily together. But later, Cinderella realized it's almost midnight. So she scurried out of the ball, and she was running so fast that she lost one of her glass slippers. Prince Singling was so worried that he might never see Cinderella again. So he traveled around Onlyville to find her and brought the glass slipper with him. He knocked on the door of the house where her Cinderella and her stepsisters lived. He said, ladies, I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try this glass slipper? Olive is first, but her foot is too big. Nina is next, but her foot is too small. Esme is last, but her foot didn't fit either. Suddenly, Prince Singling noticed Cinderella singing. Cinderella said. Prince Singling, is that you? Prince Singling said, of course it's me. Cinderella gets so excited because she's having to have her Prince Singling back. And they lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story before bed. Hinder's doors. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to my video. Take care. Bye and good night, everybody. And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents Fiverella, based on the story of Cinderella. Andrew's Doors, I hope you enjoyed it. Once upon a time, there lived a young girl named Fiverella. Fiverella had four ugly, mean stepsisters. Fiona, Isabella, Verona, and Ella. Fiona, Isabella, Verona, and Ella made Fiverella do all the chores. Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said Fiona, Isabella, Verona, and Ella. One day, the king of Fiveham's messenger said, Hear ye, the king of Fiverham is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Quitabling. But Fiverella is not welcome. Her stepsisters are. Fiona said, He's going to marry me. Isabella said, No way, Fiona. He's going to marry me. Verona said, Both of you are wrong. He's going to marry me. Ella said, All three of you are wrong. He's going to marry me. Later, Fiverella is so sad that she cannot go to the ball and marry Prince Quintupling. Suddenly, her fairy godmother asks, Why are you crying, Fiverella? Fiverella responds, I got a lot of chores to be done. I can't go to the ball and marry Prince Quintupling. The fairy godmother said, I can help with a bit of magic. Quantity, woo! The fairy godmother's magic did all the chores and then turned Fiverella's do-rag and ribbed dress into a gown and crown. Fiverella said, I've never seen such a quintastic dress. And get a load of my glass slippers. But she's not done yet. The fairy godmother said, Fetch me. Fiverella, go fetch me a good old pumpkin. Luckily, Fiverella has 5 pumpkins. And the fairy godmother turned the 5 pumpkins into a handsome coach. It's drawn by 10 strong horses. The fairy godmother said, Have fun, Fiverella, but I would warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken. Fiverella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Quintupling said, Who should I marry? Fiona, Isabella, Verona, and Ella said all together, He's walking towards me. Well, he's not walking towards any of them, but Prince Quintupling is walking towards Fiverella. Fiverella and Prince Quintupling danced happily together. But later, Fiverella realized it's almost midnight. So she scurried out of the ball. And when she was running so fast, she lost one of her glass slippers. Prince Quintupling was so worried that she might never see Fiverella again. So he traveled all around Fiveham to find her. bringing the tiny glass slipper with him. He knocked on the door where Fiverella and her 4 ugly mean stepsisters live. Prince Quitone said to her stepsisters, Ladies, I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on this glass slipper? Fiona is first. But her foot is too small. Isabella is next, but her foot is too big. Verona and Ella are last, but neither of the feet match. Suddenly, Prince Quitone noticed Fiverella's sweet singing. Prince Quitone, is that really you? Of course it's me, Fiverella. Fiverella is so excited because she's happy to have her Prince Quitone back. And they all lived happily ever after. The end. And take care, Andrew Stewards. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Bye. And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents 25erella. It is based on the story of Cinderella with a bit of a twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there was a young woman named 25erella. 25erella had 10 ugly, mean, and wicked stepsisters named Tina, Winona, Elena, Nina, Tanya, Yudina, Fiona, Isabella, and Verona, and Erica. All 25 of them made 25erella do all the chores and watch her work. 25er wench! Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said Tina to Erica all together. One day, the king of Queen Vigitumlingham's messenger arrives and says, Hear ye, hear! Hear ye, hear ye! The king of Queen Vigitumlingham is going to throw a ball with lots of food at 9 o'clock. At 11 o'clock is dance time, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Queen Vigitupling. Can I come? Asks 25erella, but she's not welcome. Her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters are. Tina and Erica are. He's going to marry me, said Tina, the oldest stepsister. No way, Tina, you're wrong. He's going to marry me, said Winona. Both of you are wrong. He's going to marry me, said Elena. The rest said, all 3 of you are wrong. He's going to marry me. They then tear 25erella's best party dress. Later, 25erella is so sad, upset, and distraught about not going to the ball and marrying Prince Queen Vigitupling. Suddenly, her fairy godmother arrives and comforts her. There now, 25erella. I can help with a bit of magic. And so, she chants the magic words. Quintity, vigitentity, quinto, quantity, vigitantity, quinvoo, and waves her magic wand. Because of that, 25erella's chores are all done, and her best party dress is fixed and grown bigger and better. 25erella says, I've never seen such a Queen Vigituple-tastic gown! And get a load of my glass slippers. But 25erella, this fairy godmother's not done yet. She said, 25erella, go fetch me a pumpkin. Luckily, 25erella has 25 pumpkins and 50 mice. 25-year-old's fairy godmother chants the magic words. Quantity, fidgetity, quantity, fidget, jauntity, quinvoo, and waves her magic wand again to turn the 25 pumpkins into a handsome coach, and the 50 mice into horses. 25-year-old climbs into the coach. Her fairy godmother says, "Have fun, 25-year-old, but I would warn you. Return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken, and everything will change back to the way it was before." And so, 25-year-old accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Queen Virgin Tumbling was wondering who he should marry. Tina, Winona, Elena, Nina, Tanya, Irina, Fiona, Isabella, Verona, and Erica say all together, "He's walking towards me!" But he's not walking towards any of them. Queen Virgin Tumbling is walking towards 25-year-old. "May I have this dance?" asks Queen Virgin Tumbling. To which 25-year-old responds, "I would be delighted." Queen Virgin Tumbling and 25-year-old dance happily together. But later, 25-year-old realizes almost midnight, so she scurried out of the ball. And she was running so fast that she lost one of her glass slippers. Queen Virgin Tumbling was so worried that he might never see 25-year-old again. The king of Queen Virgin Tumbling and comforts him by saying, There now, son. I think we'll be able to find 20-year-old, he said." And so, they began their journey all around the neighborhood to find 25-year-old and brought the only glass slipper with them. By the time they arrive, they knock on the door of the house where 25-year-old and her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters lived. But instead of 25-year-old, they find her 10 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters. Tina to Erica. Queen Virgin Tumbling then says, "Ladies, my father and I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on this glass slipper?" Tina is first, but her foot is too big. Winona is next, but her foot is too small. "Nonsense! It fits!" she said. The rest did the same, but none of their feet are the right size. Suddenly, the Queen Virgin Tumbling and the king and Queen Virgin Tumbling hear 25-year-old singing, Queen Virgin Tumbling, is that you?" 25-year-old hollered excitedly, "And the glass slipper fits!" And 25-year-old Queen Virgin Tumbling and the king of Queen Virgin Tumbling lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, Andrew's Doers. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share on Andrew Does Everything. And buy our merchandise at AndrewDoesEverything.com. Take care. Bye.